I'm no one. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Sally and this is Sally's Craftorium. I know it has been a while since my last upload, but life was pretty rough those past months. I was dealing with some mental health issues. At the same time, we're making the preparations for the wedding. We're preparing to move into a new home, but we had issues with the current tenant and she just wasn't leaving. So yes, we're still here. Anyway, it was very rough and chaotic at best. I wasn't inspired to do anything. I didn't want to create something, so I was just playing video games. But right now I feel I have the need to create something, otherwise I'm going to lose my mind. So today's craft is perfect for Halloween. And many of you are going to think, wait, Halloween? It's April. It's insane. Well, yes, I am insane, but that's not the point. The point is that for me, all the year is Halloween. This is my aesthetic, my everyday aesthetic. This is not just a holiday for 1 or 2 weeks. This is my house is going to be Halloween every day. I'm going to make some Witchy Apothecary jars, and some of them are going to be very, very disturbing and unsettling. So yeah, light a candle, get comfortable, and let's go. So first things first, I gathered a few different jars in all shapes and sizes. To remove the labels, I warm up some water in a big pot and let the jars soak for a while. After that, I let them dry. Next, I painted all the lids using black acrylic paint. I want them to feel a little bit more darker, a little bit more old. And then I let them dry. I started aging the jars a little. I took a tiny bit of paint and randomly dabbed it into the glass and then used some paper to smudge it around. Nothing too perfect, just enough to make them look old and slightly dirty. For the first jar I used the biggest one, and inside I'm adding 3 plastic snakes. At first I tried placing them inside one by one, but it looked a little bit too neat and I didn't want that. So I took them out, tangled them together, twisted them into a more chaotic and natural shape, and then I started to like it more. Once everything was sealed inside, I closed the jar tightly. To finish it off, I wrapped some twine just below the lid and used a lighter to gently burn away the little loose threads. And the first specimen is ready. Okay, now this one might be the most disturbing of all. This is the smallest jar, and I found these fake tongs, yes, tongs, originally meant for pranks, and I immediately knew they had to go in a jar. I placed them inside, trying not to think too much about it, and then created a soft pink liquid, not too bright, just enough to make it feel creepy. Something about it looks way too real. I sealed the jar, added some twine, and I'm just going to move on. This one I used to hold olives. I add these very much disgusting worms into the jar. Then I mixed water with food coloring again, this time going for a more muddy, murky color. To make it even more unsettling, I added a tiny bit of dish soap, which gives the water this slightly cloudy, blurry effect. I did remove a little bit of the liquid after that, so the worms stay visible enough. Then I sealed the jar, wrapped it with twine, and carefully burned off the loose ends again. Next, we have something a little bit more magical. This one is inspired by the fourth Harry Potter movie, Gillyweed. So first I added some crushed decorative glass at the bottom. Then I took some fake grass plants and wrapped a little bit of moss around them to make them look older. Once I was happy with how it looked, I placed everything inside the jar. For the liquid, I mixed the water with food coloring again, this time going for a blue-green tone. And I added a tiny bit of dish soap to give it that murky, underwater feel. Now, this lid didn't want to cooperate. I tried closing it, I tried different glues, nothing worked. Until I just used hot silicone glue and that finally sealed properly. After that, I wrapped some twine around the top. Next one is something a little bit more poisonous. This is the Belladonna Jar. I took some fake plants that looked close enough to belladonna, cut them down and carefully placed them inside the jar. For the liquid, I went with a blue-purple tone. Once everything was inside, I sealed the jar, and this time, along with the regular twine, I also added some black twine. Next we have some spider eyes. I used those little expanding water beads, the black ones, and of course I made way too many. I also added some white ones for the last jar, so I now have a lifetime supply of beads. Once they grew to the size I wanted, I added some into the jar. For the liquid, I mixed a yellow-green color, something that looks like venom. To finish it off, I took some fake spider web I had from Halloween and wrapped it loosely around the lid, then secured everything with twine. And finally, the last jar. Ghost orbs. For this one I used the white beads. And for the liquid I want something darker, something almost smoky. So I mixed the grey-black tone. To give it that trapped souls feeling, I added a bit of glycerine and some grey and white mica powder, which gives this soft, swirling magical effect when it moves. It almost looks like something is shifting inside, which is exactly what I wanted. I did remove a few beads again just to balance it out, and then sealed the jar, wrapped it around with twine one last time, and that completes the collection. Every jar on this shelf has a purpose. Not all of them are meant to be opened. The snakes are used in protection rituals, though some say, if prepared the wrong way, they don't protect you, they bind you. The worms are used in decay magic, to break things down, slowly, quietly. Relationships, luck, even memories. The tongues. They are used in silence rituals, to stop lies or to stop truth. It depends on the intention. Either way, someone always loses their voice. The gillyweed is one of the safer ones. It allows the body to change, to adapt, to breathe where it shouldn't, but stay under too long and sometimes you forget how to come back. Belladonna is never used lightly, a beautiful poison. In small doses it opens the mind, in larger ones it opens something else, something not meant to be seen. The spider eyes are used for watching, not with your own sight, but through something else, something that sees everything and never forgets. And the ghost orbs, those are not made, they are collected, each one holding something that once was and still is. They're used in summoning, in speaking, in listening. But opening one means you're no longer alone.